Hey guys, welcome back. Never made a video on this when it first happened. PWCC being banned from eBay. So it's about time we did, especially now. There's a lot going on that is extremely suspicious, more so now than ever. This video is my opinion. It's the opinions that I observed from the community, from a lot of the very intelligent and committed members of the community. So we're going to talk about that today. Again, opinion piece. Very hard to prove any of this, but we're going to look at the details that we have in front of us, and I'll let you, as always, make your own informed decision based on what I've seen, based on what you see. It is my opinion that anyone who trusts the current PWCC sales numbers and the platform itself is smoking crack. There's no way to put it other than that. As you guys know, most of you probably know, they were banned from eBay for shill bidding. Now, eBay, you might think, oh, no, that's no issue. Maybe they were wrong. I would say that eBay had some pretty good proof and a pretty good reason to remove a seller like PWCC with the amount of auctions they were doing, with the amount of money they were making for eBay. There's got to be a reason for it. Some might argue maybe they're going to create their own competition. Maybe the competition stemmed from the fact that they were no longer partnered with PWCC as they were in the past. Regardless, we've been seeing a lot of extremely unrealistic prices and unpaid items in the new PWCC realm. There's no longer a big daddy eBay keeping an eye on them. It's hard to prove shilling on eBay, as we've seen in previous videos. But even more now, where PWCC basically has the curtains. They have control over the curtains, and they answer to themselves, essentially. I think a little bit later on here, we'll take a look at some examples, some very important examples. The mass Zoroark unpaid items, and this new record-breaking PSA 10 Charizard in a downward market. Yeah, that we're gonna make that claim. So yeah, PWCC now on their own. They're selling weekly. A lot of people hate that. I kind of agree. It's too much to keep track of. I hate all the stupid auction crap with buyer's premium, dated platform, extended auctions. No one really has time for that, especially on the lower value items. I purchased a lot from PWCC in the past when they were on eBay, when it was just a monthly auction. You could actually, sit down, go through it, look at what you wanted to purchase. This was also before the auctions got as crazy large as they have been, even before the eBay debacle. And then now, we're not going to get into it in this video, but we have eBay coming out with their own vault, their version of the vault, where you can leave items and I guess not avoid taxes necessarily, but you can not pay tax immediately until it sells. So you can buy something, put it in the vault, and then sell it straight from the vault. There's some plus and minus with that. It's not really something that interests me. It doesn't help me out a whole lot in terms of what I do, because most of the things that I'm buying, I want to have them in my possession because they're for my collection. So putting them in a vault just to resell them later, not my thing, but I can see why a lot of people are interested in that. All right. On to the topic here. We're going to ream through the details real quick. First, we have Sports Collector's Digest that is back in August of 2021 reporting on the fact that PWCC Marketplace, one of the hobby's largest online sellers of sports trading cards, was banned from selling on eBay, selling on Tuesday over accusations of shill bidding. eBay sent a message Tuesday to customers who have done business with PWCC Marketplace, announcing that it had restricted the company's eBay sales and business. And here we have the quotation, the most important part. Recently, it was determined that individuals associated with a trading card seller, PWCC, have engaged in shill bidding, which is prohibited on eBay. eBay's message to customers states, as a result, eBay has restricted PWCC's selling privileges and listings effective today. eBay's policies and standards were designed to ensure a trusted marketplace where our community can transact with confidence. If we determine that a buyer or seller is not acting in good faith, eBay takes this seriously and takes action. So, pretty bad sign. Not much to say other than that. Then we have PWCC here that has a statement on their own website. Maybe we'll just read the first part here. That PWCC was shocked to see eBay's email today stating that unidentified individuals associated with PWCC engaged in shill bidding. To PWCC's knowledge, its employees have never engaged in any behavior that violates eBay's agreements and policies. PWCC goes to great lengths to ensure that its employees follow eBay's rules, and PWCC employees do not have access to eBay's bidding records or information. So, I mean, they're claiming it didn't happen. Have my doubts. It doesn't. I guess it doesn't cost anything to make a statement like this. I don't know if we'll see anything in terms of legal action, one way or the other. Who knows? But that's when we get into the current PWCC Marketplace. We got all kinds of posts here, and you'll notice they like to slap numbers all over the place. These numbers would indicate what the cards have sold for, but we run into some issues because they put these numbers on there regardless of whether the item is paid for or not. So I could go on there and bid $69,420, although that might not be an actual number that you can bid since there's probably certain increments. But for example, if we wanted to put some LOL numbers on the Instagram posts here, we just put some insane bits. Why they don't verify those numbers first, why they don't wait until it's actually paid for, is a mystery to me. Maybe they want it to look cool. I don't know. It seems like a whole lot of protection for people that want to shill the living crap out of their stuff, shill the living crap of items they own to try to increase the value. So here, this one in particular, not sold. Didn't sell. It wasn't paid for. So here, Pokemon Pacific on Instagram says, just wanted to update that 10 of the 12 of the Zoroark design cards were not paid for. So 10 weren't paid for, 2 were paid for. The only ones sold were the 4th grade Zoroark and Fan Winner Zorua. All remaining 10 will be up for auction again. How do you allow somebody on your platform to be able to bid that much on these items? And there's no accountability for the fact that they didn't pay for 10 items. We don't know if it was the same person that didn't pay for the 10 items. We don't know if it was different people. But you would think you'd have to have some kind of verification, because you do, in order to bid on this stuff. Especially in the quantities that we're looking at, dollar value that we're looking at. So this is just shill protection to the max. You basically have to discount and ignore all the data that's coming from these sales. Be very careful if you're buying anything on here, because you're probably not bidding against real people who are actually going to pay for it. If they win it, they'll be happy to take your money, though, if you want to bid against those fake bidders. Pokemon Pacific here. So here's the post. We got the scroll through. Quick update. Only 2 of the Zoroark design cards were paid for. 10 of them were unpaid for. I don't have any details on whether it was one bidder who backed out or multiple, but the good news is they will be back up for auction again. I've attached pictures of the cards confirmed sold and one that was incorrectly reported as sold. I also have around 150 miscellaneous cards up this coming week. So whether it's somebody that wants to bid up their own item or somebody that wants to just bid up an item that they have vested interest in, If I have a bunch of copies of something and I want the price to go up, you can just stick a crazy number on there, and don't worry, PWCC is going to advertise the fact that it sold for some amount that it didn't actually sell for. Oh man. All right, so this is where the Charizard PSA 10 comes into play. The big boy from the March Premier auction. Open now. Current bid $21,000. What a steal. Well, then I'd like to play the audio from this, but there's almost certainly going to be copyright struck, so we're not going to. Here they're like, oh yeah, check this out. This Charizard sold. Was it paid for? Who knows? But it sold for $420,000. Blaze it. Charizard. New record. I'm calling BS on this unless somebody comes out and actually shows the receipts. There's no friggin' way. Why? There's no reason for it. It's not. There's no chance. And they're gonna go through the effort of making a video on this, and we don't know if it was paid for. It says sold, but it says sold on all the other crap too. The big price tags. This is why I think the 420 Blaze It Charizard is bullshit. As we can see here, the last one sold for $270,000. For what reason would you want to pay an extra $149,400 for a copy of this card? Let alone, a new record price. And yes, there's not that much data for the 10s here, but if we look anywhere in the 9s and anything else, everything's retracing. So it doesn't just automatically, all of a sudden it's going to spike back up to more than anyone's ever paid. This is just not making any sense. It's significantly more than anyone's ever paid for a PSA 10. So that's pretty much it. Here's the one that sold. We can scroll down and see the last sold one for $270,600 from Golden Auctions. And we got the cert number here. This is her. That's the steal of a deal. Saving $150,000 if you bought the previous copy. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you see anything else that's super suspicious on there. I'm seeing this all the time. It's constantly like, can you trust it? Probably not. How did something sell for 20x what it normally does on PWCC? All of a sudden, in a downward market, we got people dumping. We got Collectibles Guru dumping his shit on there. God knows. It's like it's a Scumbagger 69 heaven where they can slap as many shill bids as they want on there, apparently. You can have stuff that sells for record prices after huge drops. Careful out there, guys, especially if you're buying this big stuff, especially if there are any gurus that are consigning with PWCC rather. Take care of each other. Join the Discord.